Hello noble ones, welcome back to my channel. This is the Metatron speaking. Today we're going to talk about two different kinds of Gladius, Roman Gladius. There are two replicas. The first one is a cheap replica and the second one is a more expensive but also more historically accurate Gladius. Let's get to it. Now in this video we will examine two different Gladius, or should I say duo gladi. The first one is a very cheap replica. You can easily find it for 40 euros pretty much. And the second one will be a more historically accurate replica of Gladius, and the price will be almost twice as much as the first one. We will compare these two and then I'll give you some suggestion and help you decide which one is the best for you. So these are the duo gladi that we're going to talk about today. This is a very cheap one, you can see here. And this is a historically accurate Mainz Gladius. Now this you can find pretty much everywhere for 40, sometimes 38, maximum 45 euros. This will be around 70, 80 euros. And it's much better. Now let's compare them. So the first thing obviously is the blade. Now this is, as I said, it's a Mainz Gladius. This the straight blade, straight and thin blade, it kind of resembles perhaps some kind of Pompeii Gladius, but the Pompeii Gladius was smaller than the Mainz Gladius, so again not really historically accurate. Also the blade is really thick. Now this is not sharp, but at least it's thin, so it gives us the idea. Here is really a block of steel. Secondly, this is stainless steel. This is just regular steel. So again, it gives us more the idea. Another problem is the weight. This is a lot lighter than this. Like, this is really heavy, and I'll show you maybe some swinging later on, but this is a problem. It's a wall hanger, so what is supposed to do is to be hanged on a wall. If you want to use it, if you want to feel and attack and try some techniques perhaps, and then this is not right for you. Instead, this actually has the proper weight of a Roman Gladius. As you can also see, this is bone and this is wooden, whereas here is again cheap metal. And I don't know what this is, some kind of wood I suppose. Now this Gladius can be found everywhere on the internet. This one here you can easily find in Armae, you will find it in Battle Merchant, and I believe you should be able to find it also in Cult of Athena. Now comparing the scabbard, the sheath for both weapons, this is the scabbard, the sheath for the better quality Gladius that it came with. I find it very nice. It's pleasant to the eye. I like it simple. I mean, it's not perhaps the best you can find there, but it's functional because it has these loops and these rings in order to be able to be worn. Because again, the Gladius wasn't really worn like you would wear a katana through your obi or a medieval sword. The Gladius, I have seen mostly two ways of wearing it. The first one being just over your shoulder. So you would use these to just put it over your shoulder and bring it to the right, of course, particularly if you wear a Legionary. Or you could use these to fasten it over your belt and your cingulum or cingulum. Now I can't really show you the scabbard that came with this one because it broke, but I think that already tells us enough. I have to say I did put this weapon to the test, just like I did with the other, because I like doing that. So I like wearing my replicas and my weapons and carry them around. But really, the only thing I did was walking with it, and it broke in two. It was made of wood, but very low quality and very thin wood. So it just broke in half, and just because it was hitting as I was walking, was kind of hitting my lorica segmentata, which segmented the scabbard too. In Italian we have a saying for this, and it's chi più spende meno spende, which means those who spend more spend less ultimately. So what this means is that yes, you will spend more money when you buy a good quality object, but at the end of the day the cheap object will break and it will not last as long as the good quality object. So at the end you will have to buy over and over cheap objects and continue buying them. So at the end of the whole process you will have spent less if you spend more at the beginning. Keep you spende meno spende. So what I'm basically saying is not that this is not a good object, this one here. Clearly this is much better, but I'm not saying that this is not a nice object. I'm just saying that it's not a weapon. It's I don't know, it's just something that you can use to collect, I suppose, but it doesn't really give you, even the weight is, as I said, it's completely different. It doesn't help you understand. If you're interested in the historical part, so not only the artistic part of these objects, but also the history behind them, if you hold something like this, you will not have a better understanding of what it meant for a Roman legionary to hold a Gladius. But with this, you will. And this is what I think that makes this object much more valuable to have. So this is the object from a close shot, the cheap version. And this is the other one. As I have showed in the other video that I made where I compare and talk about the two different kinds of Roman helmets that we can easily find on the internet for a reasonable price, often when we see these two objects together we immediately spot the differences and see which one of the two is the superior replica and the better quality product. But if we only see the cheap version, then it will look good enough until you actually see it put next to the other. And that is the whole purpose of these videos. In my opinion, it is always a better choice to save up a little bit more, be patient, and buy a historically accurate weapon rather than a weapon that would only be a wall hanger, as I have said before. Alright then, it's the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching as always, and thank you for your time. I really appreciate you. If you liked this video, please consider to give us a thumbs up and comment below, and if you want, share this video with your friends on any social network that you're using. Thank you for watching, and remember, the Metatron has spread his wings. Goodbye.